The night my wife died. She called me. Not from her phone. Not from the hospital. From inside our house. I was standing in the hospital hallway when it happened. Doctors had just told me they did everything they could. Car accident. Severe internal injuries. She didn't make it. I remember nodding like I understood, like words still made sense. Then my phone rang. Her name lit up the screen. Emma. I stared at it. My hands went cold, because her phone was in my pocket. I had picked it up from the crash site myself. And yet, it was ringing. I answered. I didn't say hello. For a few seconds, there was nothing. Just quiet breathing. Then her voice. Soft, shaky. Daniel? My legs almost gave out. Emma? I whispered. I'm in the house, she said. You left me here. I couldn't breathe. I'm at the hospital, I said. They said, I know what they said, she interrupted. Her voice cracked. But I woke up, and you weren't here. The call ended, just like that. I stood there in the hallway, trying to make sense of something that didn't make sense. I told myself it was shock. Grief. My brain trying to protect me. But I still left the hospital, I still drove home. Because something inside me knew she wasn't gone. When I got there, the house was dark. Every light off. The way we always left it when we went out together. I unlocked the door slowly. Emma? My voice sounded wrong in the silence. No answer. I stepped inside. The air felt heavy, like the house had been closed for years. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Upstairs. Slow. Careful. Like someone trying not to be heard. My heart started pounding. Emma? I called again. The footsteps stopped, then a whisper. I'm here. It was her voice, but not the way I remembered it. It sounded distant, like it was coming from behind a wall. I moved toward the stairs. Every step felt heavier than the last. The house creaked in places it never had before. At the top of the stairs, the hallway stretched into darkness. Our bedroom door was slightly open. A thin line of light spilled onto the floor. I pushed the door open and froze. She was sitting on the edge of the bed, back facing me, wearing the same dress from the night of the accident. Emma, she didn't turn around. I waited for you, she said. Her voice was calm, too calm. I didn't know how to leave. My throat went dry. What do you mean? Slowly, she tilted her head. Not enough to see her face, just enough to feel something was wrong. You left me, she said. I called you. I came as fast as I could, I said. No, she whispered. You didn't. The room got colder. I took a step back. I never left you, I said. You were in the car. You let go, she said. And now, she turned. Her face looked like hers. But something behind her eyes was empty. I was scared, she said. And you let go. My mind raced back to the crash, the moment before impact. Her hand in mine, the sound, the fear, and me pulling away. Just for a second. Just long enough. I didn't mean to, I whispered. I know, she said. And for a moment, she looked like my Emma again. Soft, gentle. Then her expression changed. But I felt it, she said. The moment you chose yourself. The lights flickered. The door slammed shut behind me. I turned, and when I looked back, she was standing right in front of me. Too close. Her voice dropped to a whisper. I was alone when I died. I couldn't move. I'm sorry, I said. It was all I had, all I could offer. She stared at me for a long time. Then slowly, she stepped back. The room grew quieter. The cold faded. I don't want you to be alone, too, she said. Her voice softer now, like before. Just, don't forget me. And then, she was gone. The room was empty. Silent. Like nothing had ever happened. I stood there until morning, afraid to move. Afraid if I did, she would come back. Or worse, that she wouldn't. You don't always lose people when they leave. Sometimes you lose them in the moment you fail them, and that moment stays longer than they do. If someone you love is still here, don't wait to show up for them. Because regret doesn't need ghosts to haunt you. It does that all on its own. 2 days later, I saw her again. I couldn't move. The presence behind me, still there, cold, watching, waiting. I swallowed hard and forced my legs to step forward. Emma, I whispered, voice shaking. She didn't respond, just stood, smiling. The room felt smaller with every heartbeat. And then, a soft breath, right in my ear. I spun around. Nothing, just the empty hallway behind me. Daniel, she said again, this time closer. Her hand brushed my shoulder, but no one was there. My phone slipped from my hand and clattered to the floor. I bent to pick it up, and the lights flickered, once, twice. The humming from before returned, slow, soft, almost like a lullaby. I froze, then the room went silent. I sat on the couch, trying to make sense. Was I losing my mind? Or was she really here, waiting? And I realized something I hadn't before. I didn't care if she was gone or a ghost. I just needed to say it. I'm sorry, I whispered. For every time I hadn't been there. For every moment I had failed her. The air shifted. The faint outline of her figure seemed to lean closer. And then, nothing. The house returned to stillness. But I felt it. Her presence lingered. A reminder that some moments you only get one chance to be there, and some calls you cannot ignore. Comment below, and if you really love someone, tell them and share with me your personal experience and tell me which story you want to hear next.